Hello, everybody. Welcome to your FPO coverage. We're doing commentary, Raven Klein.
And I'm Holland Hanley.
This will be your feature card of the 2022 River City Open, presented by Discraft and hosted by Great Lakes Disc.
So up on the card today, we've got Cynthia Ricciardi out of Columbus, Missouri. She finished third place last year in the 2021 River City Open. We've got Alex Benson out of Williston, Vermont. This will be her first time competing in the River City Open.
Being a bit of a goober.
And we got the local favorite. We got Stacy Haas out of Hubbard Lake, Michigan, playing on her home turf this weekend. And last but not least, we've got Allie Smith out of Kansas City, rounding out your feature card.
Very excited to see how you compare the local to everybody else playing this year.
Yeah, for sure. So this is hole 1, 274, par 3. You've got this one tree in the middle that you need to beat. There's a good backhand line and a sidearm line available. You do have an OB cart path there on the left side. So up first, looks like we've got Stacy Haas.
Taking a nice straight approach. It looks like that's a really good disc to have something that's going to push and then still have a fade at the end.
Yeah, she's did a good job of hitting that line nice and low, avoiding the tree, which Cynthia finds that one tree, but that should be a pretty straightforward up and down.
Alex flipping something up to flat here, but it looks like she almost caught a branch on the edge of that tree.
Yeah, I imagine that came out a little earlier than what she was looking for.
That was looking nice.
Yeah.
Getting through the gap in the tree and putting herself in the circle.
Yep. Here's Cynthia looking to get up and down to save her par. Yep, that'll work. Yeah, this plays as one of the most gettable twos on the course, so everyone's really looking for a strong start here.
Alex with a nice forehand approach, putting herself under the basket.
Here's Stacy. Ooh, kind of a rough roll away.
Oh, wow. Yeah, all the way behind the tree.
She's back there, yeah. And Allie looking to card the 2. And she got it.
Nice putt from Allie. Good start to the tournament.
Great start.
Cynthia grabbing the par on hole 1.
Yep, and we'll have Alex tapping in for 3.
And Stacy was able to play her upshot, and she'll be grabbing a bogey.
Yeah, not how you want to start out, but what can you do? And here's hole 2, 312 feet, par 3. This one is a straight shot that finishes right. You'll see some players taking a flex sidearm, but most of our players will be playing some kind of late flip or turnover. Another one of the most gettable par 3s on the course. Looking to grab your birdies early. And up first, Allie Smith takes the box.
I feel like at this distance we'll have a lot of ladies probably throwing a fairway so they can get that flight into the circle.
Yeah, and Allie shows us the nice force over with something stable. She'll be just outside the circle for her putt. Cynthia taking the same line.
Looks like hers is going to stay a little bit inside. Oh, caught some sticky grass.
Yeah, it looks like a little lower than maybe what she was looking for. And Alex flipping something up late.
Oh wow. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, that's pretty perfect.
Hitting the ground just by the basket and pushing yourself probably about 20 long.
Oh, I haven't seen this line before. Taking a hyzer route.
There's that local brain. But looks like she just didn't get the same oomph on it that she needed.
Yeah, I wonder if she maybe caught something, but easy up and down. Yeah.
Cynthia for the birdie. Catching the band or chain?
Yeah, just a little high. Let's see, can Allie go 2 for 2?
Oh, with the bandito.
Nice aggressive run, though. If you're going to miss, it's nice to miss high. At least you know you gave it a chance. And there's Alex with the birdie. And then we'll have just a few cleanups for par.
Cynthia looking good from that, 18, 15-foot distance, nice and easy.
Yep. Allie tapping in as well. And Stacy with a great up and down to save her par. All right, moving on. We've got hole 3, another par 3, this time a little longer, 382 feet. You need to hit this somewhat narrow gap, get past these trees on the right side, and then have it finish right down into this little gully. So you're going to see players going for either a force over, you might see some people try to hyzer flip and late drift something over to the right. This is a pretty tough 2 to get. The distance is going to be a little long, but there are people in the field this weekend who can get the 2.
Catching a tree on the left side of that center fairway, kicking to the right for Alex.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough spot. Here's that turnover line.
A lot of players are going to try to avoid being too far to the right before the gap because that's going to be a really tough upshot.
Yeah, it looks like Allie nearly had a perfect shot just catching a late tree. And here's Cynthia also taking the flex line, hyzering out early.
Would you say that it's better to hyzer out early than to be too right, though?
For sure. Where Cynthia is a pretty easy up and down. You really just don't want to be super early right, kind of where Alex ended up.
Gotcha. Stacy getting some ground play there, but still falling a little short of the gap.
I wonder if that was a layup, because it looked like it came out really low. And Alex with the forehand.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Some unfortunate ground play there, but that was a really good shot to get on the dance floor to save her par. And yeah, Cynthia having just a simple hyzer.
Another close one.
Almost ringing it up as well.
Yeah, the ground seems to be adding a lot of action to the disc after it's hitting.
Yeah, it's a little hard to tell on camera, but it is actually a decent bit downhill. Wow. Stacy getting a roll away as well.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't look as downhill.
Allie
playing it safe.
Yeah, she just saw everybody hitting metal and catching edge, and she said, you know what, I'll just put this under the basket.
Alex throwing her putt a little bit too high, catching the top of the basket, but she should be able to clean that up.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Little right side action there for Cynthia.
Stacy cleaning up the par. Turning out to be a decent score for the card.
Definitely. There's Alex in for the 4.
Allie cleaning up her nice, safe par. And Cynthia, after that chain out, unfortunately carding a bogey for hole 3.
Great Lakes Disc, located in Grand Rapids, Michigan, is a fully stocked retail disc golf store that fulfills all of your disc golf needs. We carry all of the major manufacturers, accessories, and offer player and event sponsorship, along with tournament payout assistance. To learn more about Great Lakes Disc, visit greatlakesdisc.com.
All right, now we're moving on to hole 4. First par 5, only par 5, I believe. This one's interesting. So first you want to hit about a 350 to 380 straight shot down this gap. Ideally, you're putting something here. The drone's showing you the inside gap, but there's also a wide gap. Your second shot, you want to put something up this hill, ideally some kind of hyzer that pushes forward through this gap. And then finally, you'll have some kind of line to the basket, so you get a weird kind of horseshoe-shaped hole. Definitely makes for some score separation if you get off of the fairway early.
Such a crazy hole shape.
It really is. There is a mandatory off to the left side.
I was going to say, I don't think you could see the mandatory tree in the drone flyover, but it does force you to go all the way down the fairway.
Yeah, and Allie doing a great placement shot. She's not quite to the corner, but it takes a pump to get to the corner. As we see Stacy flipping hers a little bit.
It can be one of those difficult shots because you want to stay on fairway, which would maybe think a mid-range for some players, but the distance is too far for some of the field.
Yeah,
These ladies seem like they're doing a nice job.
Yeah, that's pretty perfect placement there from Alex. She may have a few trees in her way to contend with on that second shot, but that's pretty ideal. Cynthia working something over to the right, letting it flex back.
She'll be trying to look at that inner line that the drone took.
Yeah, so there in the right corner you can see the Mando tree. That looks like it's going a little too straight. Catches off that fence. Now, the other side of that fence is OB. Oh, a little patent pending shot. I believe she's still safe, though. She hasn't passed the Mando.
Cynthia pushing her up shot a little bit too straight as well. You're definitely looking for something with more stability that's going to get you up the hill.
Yeah, just like this shot. That was perfect. She might be a little pinched by those trees, but she should have some kind of line to get into birdie position. Stacy also does a good job stabling up. She'll be at the top of the hill. She'll have something, probably about 350 to the pin.
Cynthia stuck in the trees there, but I mean, really, that was quite a nice shot out, just catching a tree at the end, unfortunately.
Here's Stacy with a little bit of weird footing. But this looks like a great line if it just misses all the trees. And yeah, she'll have a long putt.
Pin high. Allie having the safest footing so far.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Just needed to miss that last tree, and that was perfection. Alex going for the sidearm line. Looks like she was a little bit pinched.
Though.
Oh, yeah. She's just outside the circle.
Cynthia firing just a laser at the basket.
Oh, wow.
Perfect.
I mean, that's how you draw it up. And Stacy giving it a soft run. That might have just been a layup. Oh, Allie just ring out a little early.
I know Alex puts in a lot of time with her putting, and she has a very strict routine before she putts usually. So.
And it's clearly she looks a little surprised there. That's just your practice paying off, Alex. Go get your birdie.
Ellie carding the bogey.
Cynthia tapping in a really nice par save, considering how pinched she was to start. And Stacy taking the bogey as well. All right, next up, hole 5, par 4. So you're looking to get some big distance off of the tee. Really, you want to hit the gap between these two trees as the drone's flying, and then fade out. You're looking to get about where this short tee pad is, or in line with it at least, and that'll give you either a forehand line where the drone's flying right now. If you get a little bit further, there's a backhand line, and the basket is just here resting on this side hill. Green does play pretty fast, so you're looking to come into it with something slow. Alex will take the box with that great birdie.
It's looking really nice off the tee, getting a pretty straight flight with that fade toward that tee pad.
Yep, that's perfect position.
Cynthia with a similar line. She lets that go a little bit lower, though. I'm looking for some of that ground play.
Yeah, I think she's right up behind the tee pad. That should be very manageable.
Allie giving it a good rip. She's going a little bit more right than the other players did, but that should set her up just fine.
Stacy, I thought that looked early, but it flipped up. It's flying nice and straight. I mean, 4 really great tee shots on this hole. And Allie going for the turnover approach. She needs this to flex back. Almost hitting. Is that a spectator?
It looked like it. I mean, really, if you can get your drive to be by a short tee pad, I feel like you did your job.
Yeah, and Cynthia, yep, she's up into circle 2. She's looking at a birdie putt. And Alex needs this to start drifting right. Looks like she's a little low on the hill, but she should have a deep circle 2.
Just outside, or just inside circle 2.
And Stacy needs to miss that tree. Not quite.
She'll still be able to get up and down. Look for some
Ooh,
ground
needs some
play here.
slide.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, that's really the ideal way to play the ground because it's very easy to drift past that hill.
For a second, I almost thought Allie was running that, but that's a nice layup.
Cynthia with a little jumper, just a little high. Good to see her being aggressive on the putt.
Came out a little bit low for Alex.
Yep. Nice strong par save for Cynthia.
Stacy grabbing her par.
And then just a couple of tap-ins for Allie. And for Alex.
Allie, have you ever played pickleball?
It's nice that these holes are attackable for the birdie, but you can have a slight flub and still get your par.
For sure. Hole 6, another par 4. Again, you're trying to hit a gap off the tee. You really want to split these two trees. There is a little creek here in the middle that you want to avoid, but you want to hit that initial gap, get over the creek, and then just fade out to this left side. And then for your approach shot, you'll either have a wide sidearm skip shot, or you can flex a backhand up this right gap where the drone's flying. But really, it's all about that tee shot. You want to hit that first gap and then get left.
Yeah, there was that dirt patch, and I assume that's what you mean for that landing zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you say it's a little bit better to be more left? Like get
Yes,
a better fade?
definitely more left if you can get past the creek. Cynthia flexing it through the gap.
That's looking like a great shot.
Yeah, that's pretty perfect. She'll have that one tree kind of in her way, but she should be able to work around it. Allie, that looks great out of the hand. Just needs to push past that creek. And she just catches the last little shrub.
Was the creek playing casual?
I don't think there was actually any water in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it didn't look like there was water in it.
But there's
so-
no OB on this hole,
Okay.
as far as I know. So yes, I think it would pick casual.
Yeah. Definitely not where you want to be for footing, but
No, looks
know.
like Alex hit something early, so she's just pitching up to the landing zone. Puts it a little further left than you really want to be. She'll have some weird footing.
Allie trying to get out of this plant jail with a forehand. It's coming back though, so that's nice.
That was pretty great. I mean, it was hard. It's really hard to get the distance from there, but she hit the line perfectly. Cynthia going for that flex backhand line. That's
Oh, catching a tree, but that was looking really nice.
It was looking really nice. I mean, she'll have an easy 4 from there. Stacy, she got far enough left off the drive that she can actually just throw a flat shot, and she's in the circle.
Looking at?
Yeah, those branches on the last final trees make it tough because your approach has to stay low, but needs to push.
Yeah, and it's slightly uphill as well. It's hard to tell on the camera. But you do have a bit of a backstop with that hill, so you can get aggressive. It's a great approach from Cynthia. Allie maybe giving this a run?
Wow.
Yeah,
I like that.
I love the aggression.
Oh man, just a little high.
Yeah, she's a little low on the last one, so it might have been a little bit of an overcorrection.
That's a great putt from Stacy, grabbing her the birdie.
That's a really good birdie. Honestly, the first 5 or 6 holes are, I won't say they're the easy part of the course, but they're the scoreable part of the course. Because now we're going to go out into the open where the holes start to get long, and there's a bit of a crosswind most days.
Alex getting the bogey here on this hole, and Allie and Cynthia grabbing pars.
Hole 7, another par 4. This time you're throwing a nice downhill shot. As the drone flies, we have a bit of a gap you want to hit here on the right side. You want to throw something low on a little bit of hyzer just under these branches dangling over the gap and then hook up. And then for your second shot, you've got this low hyzer flip line. Or for our sidearm throwers, you can throw a big spike hyzer. Really, you just don't want to end up in the right side rough. That's a really good way to lose your disc and end up having to re-tee. Left side's definitely the mistake to make.
Tee shots like this can be really tough because you either overcorrect and throw it into the ground, or you sky it and you hit branches. So honestly, I think even hitting the ground right under the branch sets you up for a good second shot.
Yeah, Stacy's showing us that right there. She's in a great position to go for the birdie. Cynthia's fading.
That's a good little tree kick there to push her back into the edge of the fairway.
All right, Allie going for some big distance here. Just under that
Oh,
branch.
it's beautiful.
That's a perfect shot. Now, there is OB left, but it's not really in play from the tee. It's more in play for the second shot. Here's Alex.
That's looking really nice.
Yep.
She should get past the branch.
Oh, even better.
Fantastic.
I mean, ideal. She'll have sidearm or backhand, whatever she's feeling. And Stacy was a little short on the drive, so this is most likely just laying up for par.
Catching the tree, though, and dropping her. It's tough to tell on video about how far that tree is from the basket, but she'll probably be laying up under the... not really having a putt.
Yeah, if you hit that tree, you don't really have much of a putt. It would be more of a throw-in from there.
Yeah.
Yep, Allie keeping it nice and low, not bringing that OB into play. Then Alex with the best drive of the group. She's going for the hyzer line. If this just stays out of the stuff.
Pushed it a little too far, but definitely got lucky staying out of there.
Yeah, she may still have a look for birdie from there. Cynthia with
I was like, speaking of throw-ins?
Nope, just a really good upshot. And Stacy giving it a bid.
She does give it a bid from the tree, but... definitely nothing to really be mad about with that.
No, and then Allie just going with a simple backhand. Slides it up nice. And yep, Alex does have a little bit of a putt at it. Oh, just a little low and left. But not a whole lot of birdies on this hole. That tee shot really is difficult. Taking a par on this, you're not mad about it.
Yeah, you're not really losing strokes to anybody.
Not really.
Par for Cynthia, a par for Stacy, and Allie will most likely be tapping in her par as well. I'm not going to count my birds before they hatch. Or what is it, my chickens? I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch. Any bird, I don't...
We're not counting birds here. All right, hole 8. We got a par 3, but it's 420 feet. It is a bit of a downhill shot, so there are ladies in the field who can get this too. However, most of the field is going to be just trying to put one in the fairway, pitch up, take your 3, and walk away. There's a little bit of a left to right crosswind, so it does play well for a nice distance shot.
These holes are always so exciting when you've been playing in the woods and you're like, oh, I finally get to let one rip.
Yeah, and Stacy does so. Puts it right in the fairway. Very smart play. Cynthia also just throwing it flat.
Getting a nice hold of that one.
Yeah, I think she was hoping for a little bit more turn to get a little more distance out of it. Alex also going for the flip up the middle.
Hers pushed the most left, but only maybe 10 feet further than the rest.
Yeah. Allie looks like she's cranking on a little bit more, get some of that right drift for a little extra distance.
There you go.
Also a great fairway hit. Cynthia leaves it a little short, but that should be easy cleanup for 3.
Alex pushes her a little deep, but same situation, just the other side of the basket.
Yep. Not the most interesting when you have to play a hole for par, but
Yeah.
it is the smart thing, and a good golfer is going to play smart golf to their game, not necessarily try to go for something they can't get.
Exactly. Cynthia grabbing the par here. Stacy leaving hers the deepest of the putts.
Oh no.
Looks like
Airball.
missing left. And that's a unfortunate bogey for Stacy.
Yeah, she'll be kicking herself for that one a little bit. Alex taking her time, making sure she gets her par.
Yeah, not one to break routine.
No, I respect that. I mean, if
I really
you're-
do,
if
yeah.
you get a little bit of nerves and you start rushing yourself, suddenly you can end up missing an 8-footer. All right, hole 9, got another par 3. Probably, again, one of the most gettable holes on the course. So you actually cannot see the pin from the tee, but you're looking to throw either a wide hyzer or a slow drifting putter over that hill. And you're just hoping that it doesn't catch edge and roll. There is that shrubby tree on the left side that you're wanting to stay out of. But this is one after a few holes that are really hard to get that you really feel like you need to get.
Cynthia had good distance on that, but because of how fast a disc she threw, once she caught edge, she didn't really have a chance of sticking.
Yeah, if you're going to go with that fairway driver play, you really need to hang it out left, as we see Alex makes the same mistake, ending up in that tree.
I find that happens a lot when you get these stock hyzer shots. You either do what the first two did, or you push it really far wide, like Allie did.
Yeah, Allie calling for it to get left, but really, if you're going to miss your line, you want to miss it right, because you at least still have
Stacy's
a
looks
putt.
great.
This is going to catch a skip. Can it check up? Where are you going?
So out of the four, I feel like hers was the best line, but this green didn't really help, and it was short.
Yeah, and she smartly lays that up. If she airballs that, she's got probably another 40-footer coming back. And was that Alex? I'm assuming that was Alex pitching out.
I think so.
I can't really see her
Can't
in
see
there.
her, but
And
Cynthia,
Cynthia.
the same thing. Just getting that little roll back to the basket.
Allie.
Allie not messing with it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of those putts. If you're not feeling 100% confident that the disc is going in, you need to just lay it up.
Yeah, and it's nice to see that everyone is very aware of their game and of the green. So this looks like it's just going to be 4 pars, which good scrambles for those first two, for Cynthia and Alex. And that is going to round out our front 9.
Yeah, thanks you guys for watching. Right now we've got Alex Benson, Allie Smith tied at even to lead the card. Make sure you catch us on the back 9.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching.